and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Rachel. I do lots of Taylor Swift vinyl unboxings, CD unboxings, and all sorts of Taylor Swift and travel videos. If that sounds like something you would like, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Today's video is about Lover Live from Paris. So this week, Lover Live from Paris, there was a new version of it released. I don't think we ever thought this was going to happen because the original version of Lover Live from Paris sold out so quickly and they never restocked it, and it had been 2 years, so we all kind of presumed that it wasn't coming back. However, they just released a brand new version. So on the 7th of January, they randomly re-released Lover Live from Paris. So this is a different version. The original version of Lover Live from Paris, the vinyl, the heart-shaped vinyl, came out February 13th, 2023. We don't know how many there are worldwide. We have an estimate of around 20,000, but because it's not a record store day, we don't have the exact figures for this particular vinyl. However, we do think it's around 20,000 worldwide. Now let's compare this to some of Taylor's other rare vinyl. So for 1989 Record Store Day, the one released a few years ago now, there was around 5,000 of that worldwide. You think of Folklore Long Pond Studio Sessions, that had around 110,000 worldwide, just so you can kind of see how rare this vinyl is. So it is quite rare. It sold out really, really quickly when it was first released, because obviously everyone really wanted a heart-shaped Taylor Swift vinyl. It was the first time Lover Live from Paris was pressed onto a vinyl, and also it was heart-shaped, making it a very unique Taylor Swift vinyl because we don't have any other Taylor Swift heart-shaped vinyl until now. So on the 7th of January, Taylor Nation tweeted a heart emoji with an arrow through it, which usually implies that something Lover related is coming. They did this during the Christmas drops. They would randomly tweet something kind of cryptic, and then an hour or so later something would come out on the store, and then about an hour and a half later, Lover Live from Paris, this new version, was released. So it retailed for about £35 in the UK. Obviously it just varied depending on which store you're getting it from. And while we don't have an exact figure of how many there were of these worldwide, we imagine there was around 150,000 worldwide. On the US store, it looks like there was about 130,000 in stock. On the UK store, around 25,000 in stock. It sold out really quickly on the Canadian, EU, and the French store. And then for Australia, it was actually sold in the middle of the night, so it stayed in stock for quite a while just because people were obviously asleep. So there has been a big issue with this as well. With the EU store, it only shipped to 3 countries. It only shipped, I think, to Austria, Germany, and Switzerland, and then obviously the French store to people in France. Now this is a huge disappointment because it meant a lot of people didn't even have a chance to get the vinyl. Like, yes, it is a limited vinyl. At the end of the day, people will be disappointed, but people didn't even have an opportunity. Not to mention those Swifties in Asia, Swifties in Africa and stuff. People didn't get the chance to get this vinyl, not even the chance to buy it, and I think that is a little bit disappointing because in the UK it was in stock for about 5 hours. Like, it was in stock for a while, whereas the EU, it sold out within 5 minutes because they didn't have enough stock, and then it was also only sold to a select number of countries. So I really hope for the next release of a Taylor limited item, they open it up to more people. They don't geo-lock it, so basically you can only buy like the vinyl on the UK store if you have a UK billing and shipping address, essentially. And I'm hoping for the next release they turn that off, or better, just redistribute it better, redistribute the vinyl better on these different stores, and for the EU store, open it up to more people, because it is a huge shame that so many people, whether they lived in Poland or the Netherlands or Spain, couldn't even get the opportunity to buy this vinyl, and they can only get this vinyl via resale. Now, the original version of Love Live from Paris, which I will show you in a second, that resales right now, the market value is around £500, which is a lot for a vinyl. It was around 45-ish when it was kind of first released, including like shipping and stuff. So that is a huge markup. Because it's a rarer vinyl, and obviously it was released 2 years ago, that is why the price of this is just higher than obviously some of the other ones. Now, with this new release, people are trying to resell it for £500, even though it's only just come out. They don't even have it in their hands. Now, there is a huge difference in quantity, with an estimate of 150,000 of this brand new vinyl compared to 20,000 of the original, and also the fact this one is just newer. Vinyl tend to increase in value obviously as they age, simply because it's been longer since they were released. People who have then bought it from resale now have it and are less likely to sell it. That's kind of one of the reasons why Signed Lover goes for so much now, because it came out, what, 2019? People who wanted it have already bought the resale, and now the people who have it usually are the people who want to keep it. The people who bought it with the intention of reselling it, the chances are they've already resold it. So those who have it are very reluctant to let it go, and that's one of the reasons why it sells for so high now. And this has obviously happened with Love Alive from Paris as well, with it selling for £500. Now, there is a whole argument about the market value of things. I personally, I'm not a huge fan of the fact it sells for £500, and one of the reasons why it does that is because people are willing to spend that much on this vinyl. And obviously, you know, it's fair enough for me to say I wouldn't spend £500 on it because I have it, but even if I didn't have this original one, I wouldn't spend £500 on it. It's lovely, it is, but £500 for a vinyl that was originally like £45 is not worth it. With this new version, people are trying to sell it at that price though, which is absolutely ridiculous. There is no need for it, and I really encourage people to try keep this market value price down, is by not giving in to these people who have bought it with the sole intention of reselling it for profit, because it's just really disappointing that people have done this with loads of Taylor merch items now. They sell out so much faster than they used to. Like, I think I was saying this on the Christmas video, like, you can't even ask for Taylor things for Christmas anymore because anything you want sells out within minutes. So you can't put it on a list or whatever because it's already sold out by then, and that just didn't happen in the past. So yeah, it's just a little bit disappointing. So anyway, we're going to talk about Love Alive from Paris. I just kind of wanted to give a bit of like context about this new sale, about how rare the new one is, but I also want to show you what the vinyl actually looks like, how it plays, and also how you should store it. So both the original and the new version of Love Alive from Paris are going to come in a sleeve like this. This is a PVC sleeve, which is polyvinyl chloride. Now, I'm no scientist, I will admit. However, there is a lot of research, and you can have a Google of this because I don't know the full science behind it, but these bad boys can damage your vinyl. Because of the gases in them, it can damage the appearance of the vinyl, causing misting and fogging, but it can also cause issues with playing the vinyl as well. It can damage how the vinyl plays. So even if you're just planning on displaying this vinyl, I would still take it out of this, because if you ever plan to resell it in the future and you've kept it in this for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it will have damaged the vinyl. It will decrease the resale price of the vinyl if you decide to sell it in the future. And also, it can impact the appearance of it. Some people have been asking on TikTok, can I just keep it in this if I'm planning to display it? And I would still recommend no. I would still recommend opening this. I know some people don't like opening records that are rarer, but it's not as rare as other Taylor's records, but also you want to make sure that it doesn't damage, essentially, because even if you kept it sealed, the resale value of it will go down because it's damaged and because you've kept it in this. A lot of people who are going to spend money on vinyl know quite a lot about it. They will ask you if you've kept it in this. They'll be able to tell if you've kept it in this for a few years. But yes, this is what it looks like. The original version of Love Alive from Paris was made in the Czech Republic, as you can see from the sticker behind there, and there is a sticker on the front saying Taylor Swift Love Alive from Paris. Now, what is actually on Love Alive from Paris? Both the new version and the old version, they have the exact same track list. There are 2 LP inside. So on side A, you've got Me, and then and The Archer, and side B, you've got Death by a Thousand Cuts, and then Cornelia Street. It is a small record. Obviously you see it, it looks bigger than that, but that's because of the extra material they have around it to make it into the shape of a heart, which we'll talk about in a second when I explain about how to play it. Then on the next LP, you've got The Man and Daylight on side C, and then side D, you've got You Need to Calm Down and Lover. And these are all live from Paris. So these are live from the City of Lover concert that was held in Paris at, I think it was around September 2019. It was then put on Disney Plus, the City of Lover concert, in around 2020, and they also released the songs on streaming as well. But they then released it obviously on vinyl in 2023. But this is what the PVC sleeve is going to look like. This is what the sleeve that you are going to get your new Love Alive from Paris if you're watching it, because I know there are a few people watching it because they're excited that they've got their new version of Love Alive from Paris. This is what it's going to look like. So it's going to come in a sleeve like this. It will open up. I was really confused there. I was like, it doesn't open up that way, it opens up this way. Chances are the new one will be exactly the same as well. I have ordered the new one. I will do a video on the new one, unboxing it, but I'll also do a video comparing the two as well, just in case you want to see that. And then the other one opens the same way, where it opens from the top. I, for some reason, thought it opened from the side. But yes, this is what the PVC sleeve look like. This is what the vinyl's going to come in. This though, get rid of it. Don't get rid of it, keep it, because again, it can increase the resale value if we do ever decide to resell it to have this original sleeve, but do not put your vinyl in it. Do not keep your vinyl in it. Do not put it near your vinyl, because the gases. Now, chances are it won't damage your vinyl if you have it, like say, if you have a PV sleeve on the outer sleeves, but I still wouldn't recommend it. I still would avoid PVC altogether, just because there is a chance, usually it's environmental factors, if it's too cold, too warm, too humid, not humid enough, it can just damage the vinyl. You don't want to have to make your, wherever you keep your vinyl, into like a quality like controlled room or whatever, so I would just avoid using it altogether, just for like peace of mind, really. So I wouldn't use this. You may be thinking, Rachel, why on earth do they send it in something that could damage your vinyl? The chances are, one, it's clear. It's clear, you can see it. It displays the vinyl quite well in terms of the appearance when you first open it, and probably the biggest issue is it's probably just the cheapest. Let's be honest here, it's the cheapest, and it will protect it more in transit than, say, the sleeves I'm about to show you. This is what I keep my Love Alive from Paris in. These are anti-static sleeves. I will also link the exact ones I use in the description below. I'll put Amazon affiliate links in. You don't have to click on these. If you do click on it, I get an ever so slight little bit of commission, but just to be fully transparent, this is not me trying to sell you these. I also made a video on TikTok as well talking about them, and I didn't link them at all in that, just so people know that I'm not just trying to sell you something. It's literally with the sole intention of protecting your vinyl. I'm being very clear with you, it's anti-static sleeves. If you want to buy it from elsewhere, please feel free. I don't want you to think I'm just selling you something. It is with I'm only telling you this just so you can protect your vinyl, because I know a lot of people want to protect these bad boys, whether it's the original version they've got or if they've got the new one. So you want to pop it in an anti-static sleeve. That just helps protect the vinyl. Anti-static sleeves are great. You can usually get packs of like 50 to 100, and all vinyl do well in them. Paper sleeves, again, that is what the vinyl come in, but they can also damage your record just in terms of scratching it. I know. Vinyl is so complicated. If this is your first vinyl, you're probably just like, this is way too much faff. But yeah, anti-static sleeves are great at just protecting your vinyl. I would just recommend them for all of them, and these are the ones that go direct. This is what the vinyl goes directly in. So that is an inner sleeve and anti-static. There you go. So this is what the first version of Love Alive from Paris looks like. This is the first LP inside. So on side A, you've got Me and the Archer, and then side B, you've got Death by a Thousand Cuts and Cordelia Street. So how does this play? How on earth does this play? Because as you can see, this is not a circle, it is a heart. So you may be thinking, it's gonna play weird. No. I don't know how well you can see because of the lighting. However, let me just hold this against me. There are grooves there. Grooves are there in the middle. That is the bit that plays. So with most vinyl, if I was to touch it down here, I would damage my record. Whereas with this one, because this is just extra material here, this doesn't damage the record. You can see where the grooves start if you look at it in certain light. Don't touch those grooves, but you can touch more of this than, say, the average Taylor Swift or any really vinyl. But that is how it plays, essentially. It plays the exact same as a normal record, but obviously it's a smaller one, so do adjust your vinyl settings accordingly. So the speed for this that you want to play this on is 33.5 RPM, so it does vary ever so slightly, obviously, just because it is a different kind of vinyl, because it's not kind of the ones that most people are used to, like the bad boys behind me. So yeah, do just adjust your vinyl speed accordingly based on this. We have the second LP inside. This is the blue one. And again, the same sort of situation. You want to make sure you are storing this in an anti-static sleeve just to ensure that it stays looking and sounding its best for longer. It just protects it a little bit extra. This is what it looks like on the front, and then on the back, obviously, again, it is heart-shaped. Now, the difference is for these new ones is that the first LP, as you saw before, was just pink, but with this new version, it's a pink and a yellow, and then for this new version of the blue one, it's a blue and a pink. And personally, for me, I think these colours are absolutely gorgeous, and I think they represent Lover perfectly. I know some people had an issue that this vinyl was being repressed. They were saying, it's not fair, you know, I bought this original version and now the value of it will go down. The value of it will not go down of the original because it's not an exact repressing, it's a variant, this new one. This new version is a variant, it's not the same one. So the resale, the market value of it is very, very different because of that, because it's not the same. Because obviously, mainly because of the colour. However, for most people, that doesn't matter. For most people, they did just want a heart-shaped Taylor Swift vinyl and also to have the Lover Live from Paris concert on a vinyl. And to be honest, I think it's great that they re-released it. Personally, I maybe would have liked to have seen the exact same pressing re-released, just because it could then kind of you know, destroyed or destroy, but it would decrease the value of the original. Now, the original would still be worth more because people could advertise it as the original pressing and stuff. This new version would be a repressing, but I do think it would decrease the value of it just because it would be the exact same colours, and that's what most people kind of look out for. However, I do still really, really like this new version as well, and I think the best part about it is that there were more available. There was around 150,000 worldwide. More people managed to get their hands on it, and this is such an in-demand item, this heart-shaped vinyl, and most people like it, again, because it's heart-shaped. They're not really that fussed about the colour of it or the rarity of it, because for most people, they're not buying to resell it. So I'm actually really, really glad they have a new version of it. Yes, I do wish it was the original colours, just because it would just hopefully decrease the market value of the current one, which I think is ridiculous right now. But also, it would just be good for people who want the original pressing and can't afford these resale prices. However, it's still great. I think it's just great they've released it. Now, people are probably looking at me like, why would you want it to decrease the value of the vinyl you have? And it's because I don't buy vinyl with the purpose of reselling it. I buy vinyl because I like it and because I enjoy showing you guys it, and it's something I enjoy collecting. It's not because of the resale value. I know some people are buying this vinyl because of the resale value, the future resale value, should I say. But yeah, I think it's great that we finally have this version back in stock. Obviously, yeah, it's not an exact repressing, but it's still the heart shape, and I think that's what most people are after. And it's just great that so many people managed to get their hands on it. Because for me personally, I think it's more exciting when an item isn't as rare, because more Swifties get it, more Swifties are excited about it, and we can share kind of the joy together, and that's what I really, really love, and that's why it's such a shame about the EU store as well. But that is pretty much everything. I think I've shown you everything. Oh wait, cardboard sleeve. As you can see, anti-static sleeves are a little bit flimsy. You may want to then store it in a cardboard sleeve. There are lots of different cardboard sleeves options out there. You can get custom ones made if you have the pictures. You can then get custom ones made. I actually got given this from a gift. It was from Etsy. This is what this one looks like. This was from the US though, so it doesn't ship to the UK, or at least if it does, it's really expensive. I had to look around because I want to get a new sleeve for my new version of Love Alive from Paris, and ideally a gatefold. And I found one called Quirky Sleeves. It's around £30, which is quite expensive. However, it will protect your vinyl in terms of it just adds an extra layer of protection. I personally am not a huge fan of when picture discs or like heart-shaped vinyl like this are in this clear PVC sleeve. One, because the PVC damages it, but also one of the reasons I love vinyl so much is because of the cover. So I'm personally not a huge fan of them doing the PVC sleeves, but there are cardboard sleeves out there if you're looking for it. If you don't want to pop it in a cardboard sleeve, that's completely okay. It's up to you, whatever you decide to do. I personally wouldn't recommend putting it in the anti-static sleeve and then putting it in the PVC sleeve. That's something I would still avoid. But obviously, at the end of the day, it's all up to you. Whatever you decide to do with your vinyl, that's your choice. This is just me giving a couple of recommendations and stuff, just to help people out a little bit, because I know it can be quite confusing, and I know for a lot of people this is actually their first vinyl as well, so I do just kind of want to help people out a little bit the best I can, just as someone who's not a professional or anything like that, just as someone who is a fan of collecting records, sharing what I've kind of learned over the years. But yeah, there are some cardboard sleeves out there. If you don't want to pay for the cardboard sleeves, just have a look at getting a really cheap cardboard sleeve out there that could just protect it a little bit. But yeah, I feel like that is now everything I have to say about it. When my record does come, I will do a video unboxing it and then do a video comparing it. If you've got any questions, you're watching this because you have finally ordered a Love Alive from Paris vinyl, or you just want to know more about the original or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. And if there's anything else you want to see, again, please let me know because I can make a video showing you that. 2025, I want to make more videos that you guys want to see, so if you do have any recommendations for videos, please let me know in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to try to take some of those recommendations on board and make videos that you guys want to see. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's taught you a little bit. Fingers crossed. Yeah, and I hope if you're watching this and you've managed to get the new version of Love Alive from Paris, congratulations, and I do hope you enjoy your record. But yeah, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. If you like the video, make sure to like, and as always, have a great day!